Hello and welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Welcome to New Game Saturdays. This is a game that we played quite a bit of. Actually, we finished the game quite on our other computer quite a while ago. Well, not quite a while ago. And we're actually playing with down below here Force of Nature 2 a little bit, which is a little bit more, I guess, polished version. Different view kind of thing. Same basic principles. You craft stuff, fight stuff, move on, level up, explore, that kind of stuff. Actually, right now, I prefer the original one to the Force of Nature 2, but I'm just getting used to that one too. So let's just start a new game. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of crafting. Stuff is released level by level kind of stuff, your recipes and things like that. You do a lot of stuff over and over again, but it's, I don't know, to me it's very satisfying. So anyway, so let's see what we have for game modes here. So we have the game with hints and quests recommended for new players, a game without restrictions, achievements are disabled. So let's do the one with achievements, because achievements are always fun, to me anyway. So we'll do general, so game mode creative or general, we'll go with general. But yeah, it's a Gamester something. Can't remember his name, but Gamester something did a whole series on this game, and it is great. A great series where he went through the whole game pretty much and finished the game. But Gamester something, I can't think of his name. He's on Steam also. In fact, I'm friends with him on Steam. I just can't think of his actual Gamester something. I can't think of what it is. Perhaps it'll come to me as we play here. But if not, if you look up Force of Nature, and you'll see a Let's Play by him anyway. Alright, so general, I'm going to go with that. Let's see here. Oh, enter the name of the world. Oh, you got to put a name in here. Higher ground gaming. Okay. So it creates the world here. So it's kind of like a random generating world. So it's going to be different every time you do it. And I'm not sure, it may have changed a little bit since I played it, the original version. Back, I said, about a couple years ago, I think it was. But it's a very satisfying game. Mechanics are pretty simple, straightforward. But it's definitely a fun little game here that kind of a hidden gem in a way. Alright, so we have our world created. Alright, so you kind of end up on this like island here. Kind of like a little bit like Castaways, I guess you could say. The controls are a little weird to get used to. I will say that, but once you get used to them, it's not bad at all. Alright, so there we go. Here's our guy. There's this place. Kind of get a little bit of an indie feel, I guess you could say. Some quests right here. Let's see here. So find and pick up items. So let me see if I can figure out the controls here. Yeah. Lower the volume as usual, like we do. So it's going to give you little hints here. Let's see here. Escape. Go to settings. Audio. Music volume. Let's go down pretty low here. So that way you can hear me talking. Give a little bit of volume there, because you kind of want to hear a little bit of stuff. Interesting animals construction, so let's lower that volume too. Interface. I think that's good, about a third of it. We can adjust it if need be. But each track only once here. So it's got a track. Okay. And that's it. Back to the game. Continue. Alright, so basically you use your arrow keys to move around. WASD. It's a little odd, and then your mouse, you can move the camera around. So you hover over something and then you push. I think I remember how to do this here. So you can kick by pushing the right button. You can punch by moving the left button. And I gotta remember how to pick stuff up. I know you hit a certain key. Let's escape here and go to settings. So let's go to controls. Here we go. So WASD, inventory is I, bulk craft is C. Quest, it's pretty straightforward. Quests L. So you get a certain amount of quests that are unlocked every level. You got to complete those quests to advance to the next level. Let's see here. Take all. Left control and left alt. Okay, so that's it. Okay. All right, back. So yeah, so you hit left control. There you go. You just pick up whatever's in front of you, kind of thing. And it's got to be kind of like in harvested form there, or like if it's just something you got to chop down, it won't just. It's like this. It won't just do it. So if I punch it, is it this the one I can punch? Maybe not that thing. That I probably need something for. But this, it'll pick up sticks. You hit the alt button, and it'll harvest all. If you hit the, was it right? Was it left alt or something like that? Anyway, can't remember exactly. If you punch this stuff here, see your stamina's going to go down, and then they give you little hints there. Oh yeah, if you kick it, that's right. If you kick it, you notice that leaf came down there. You kicked it. So a certain amount can be harvested from this. That might be it. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so it's collecting stuff there. I noticed the little interface here seems to have changed. My health bar was normally, I think, on the bottom before, but now it's up top. And there's a rabbit, which you can shoot with a bow and arrow. This right here, if you kick the trees, coconuts and stuff will fall down. Bananas, all that stuff. So the food is obviously, it's good for stamina. Helps you get your stamina and your health back too, a lot of times. So let me see. And you can take the items. So your inventory is I. You can take the items. So it tells you what you do. 18 stamina, 20 seconds. You can drag that and put it into your health bar there. So you don't need this stuff here. Stick. So right here is your character, which you can put your little character paper doll thing. You can put your your head, your weapon, your armor, ammunition, pants, gloves, boots, that kind of stuff. And you put little amulets here. And I'm not sure what the use button is there. I can't remember what that is exactly. Your map is like your world map, so it's kind of like a little fog of war you get in the beginning. But it'll become animals and stuff will show up on there as red, and threats. People will come and threaten us. And there'll be a little alerts coming up. Craft is the little crafting menu, very simple. These are your recipes that you know. And like I said, a certain amount of these are open now. I think it's just the rope and the knife right now are open. But if you click on it, it tells you what you need for items. Tip on ingredients. Can be obtained by cutting that. So it shows you how to get the items. So we already figured out with the palm leaves. Splinter can be found and picked up. Can be crafted in the following buildings. So yeah, it's kind of pretty straightforward. It kind of gives you it's a good tutorial to tell you how to do stuff. Let's see what's crafting. Let's see what else. So we want to craft a rope we're going to need. So you're going to be constantly crafting stuff. Pretty much. If you don't like crafting, this game's probably not for you. So we need some rope. So let's go to crafting. And let's find the recipe. Let's find the rope. So what do we need? So we need palm leaves. Okay, to craft the rope. So we drag. Okay, cancel. So we drag our palm leaves over to Q right here, I think. What do we do? Tools? No. Recipes. I gotta remember how to do this. Tip on ingredients. Start. Select. So I'm going to select that. Okay. So we select our tool. I can't remember exactly what to do here. Thought we just dragged our thing over to here. Alright, recipes. Maybe we need I think we might need a tool to do this. Required tools. Yes, splinter or any knife. Cancel. Okay, so let's go to recipes. So stone knife. So we need a rope in order to craft this, but we don't have a rope, so Splinter, 3 of 1. So we got 3 splinters. We need rope. How do we craft a rope if we don't have rope? This is what I got to remember here. Oh, we'll put a splinter in there. Okay, I see. So splinter. There you go. So we got to put the correct tool, and a lot of these things require a tool to be inserted in here. Okay, now we should be able to do it now. We put this in here. So recipes. Okay, now we can go to recipes. Go to stone knife. No, not yet. Sorry, rope. Recipes and rope. Enough. So we have enough. Select. There you go. So now we select it right here. And then we can craft a maximum of 2. So let's do that. And then a little percentage bar show up there, and it'll be crafting it. See? Right there. And this, you can put up that some stuff you can craft up to like 50 or even more times. All right, so we got our rope, so we're going to take it all. You have to take it. Physically, it won't just show up in your inventory. And now we'll go to the stone knife. And we don't have any splinters now because we just used them. Okay, so it's nighttime here now. So we're going to want to craft a fire here too eventually, but I know it's hard to see. Sorry about that. I apologize. That's why I probably should have done a fire. Let's see. Let's just try to blindly collect stuff. So control. What did I say? Yeah, I said control, right? Yeah. So bear with me. We'll get through the night here. I think the nights pass pretty fast, but that's one of the things you're going to want to craft initially on is a fire. And I got to clean my screen. My screen is very dirty. I think there's read in here. Yeah, this is very hard to see. All right, so let's just try to gather stuff as best we can in the nighttime here. So we need tools in order to craft stuff. So I'm going to go over to this tree. Try to kick it. Oh boy, that's super hard to see. I'm going to try to tilt my screen. That's even harder to see there. Yeah, I definitely got to clean my screen up. My screen is pretty dirty. So hopefully it'll. Yeah, there we go. Let's just shift control. Let's go over to this tree over here. Okay. There's a shift or alt. Oh, here it goes. It's getting towards morning now. Alright, so what is it we needed? We needed splinters, so we got to go over to a tree. I think probably kick it. May not be anything else to gather here. What was gathering? Take all was left control. Okay. Harvest all. Oh, we're going to need to do that too. Harvest all is left alt. So left alt and left control. Okay, so left alt. Okay. Alright, so let's go here. Left control, left alt. Okay. Yeah, so some stuff you have to harvest, like you have to pick it out of the ground, like this right here. Watch this. So left alt. There you go. You have to harvest it first, and then you can pick it up. So some stuff you have to harvest. Not this stuff. But like strawberries and stuff like that that's planted in the ground, you have to harvest them first. Alright, so hopefully we'll get some stuff, some splint stuff. Okay. Alright. Let's see, inventory. Yeah, so we have a splinter now. Okay, good. So let's go back to crafting. Recipes. Stone knife. Select. And now we can craft one because we have our splint and we have our tools and everything there. Okay. So we created a knife there, I think we did. Oh, right here. It's creating it right there. You can close these too. You don't have to keep them open. They'll still continue crafting. So take it all. If you don't take it, it's still going to be in the queue. And we'll put it right there in one. So now, just like if you ever played any MMOs like World of Warcraft, if you hit the 1, or sorry, if you, it's highlighted around the one there, so that shows you what you selected. So you just ate, I just ate something right there, so it'll show you eating something and generating whatever it is you ate. Okay. So if I go here and I press Alt, harvest it, and then Control to pick it up. Pretty straightforward. So we're going to want to, okay, let me show you what else is in here. Let's see here. So build, there's a build menu here. So construction, so these are the stuff you can build. That's, if it's got a little picture there, it means you can build it. So bonfire, we're going to want to build that. So 5 sticks and some glowing ember. Okay, so glowing ember comes from burning stuff. So tip on ingredients: glowing ember, any gem chip, amethyst chips. So chips that you're gonna get all these like chips from gems and stuff like that, which you can use, which you get from killing monsters and animals. Yeah, it can craft it to different buildings. It's pretty good crafting system. It shows you exactly what you need for what. Decorations, Christmas tree, you don't need. So again, if it's highlighted, and these are all unlocked at different levels, and you can't access something on a level before it's there. So move. So it shows you the terrain when you're putting buildings here. You can move the buildings that you've already placed. Okay, it's lightning out there. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to craft our. Let's see, do we have our? Where's our bonfire? So we have to find out where our bonfire is. Build. I think that's under build too. Yeah. Extra bonfire. There it is. Okay. Glowing ember. So how do we get that? We need more sticks too. So let's just gather. Let's just go gather some stuff where we can see stuff. Harvest. So you're always going to be wanting to harvest stuff, and like I said, it's pretty straightforward. It's got similar mechanics in the other game, in the Force of Nature 2. Okay, I don't know what that was, but I picked it up. And of course, like most games, you only have so much space in your inventory, so alright, let's go see. Let's see here. I want to do some attacking too. So this all stuff I think you can harvest. Nope, maybe not. Let's see. So branches, kick them. See the branches come out, and then you can pick them up by hitting Control. Works the same thing with mining and stuff like that too. Yeah, you can use an axe to cut down a tree. We're not going to bother you, mister. We don't have an axe here, but just pick up that. So this will harvest. That's the wheat there. I believe it's wheat. You got to clear your perimeter off over here too to get through it. Yeah, you use an axe or kick it. Oh, this you can kick too. See, you can see back there. There's like a goblin over there. I don't know if we can't get to him right now, because it could be a good thing right now. But so it works to keep us out. I mean, them out and us in, kind of thing. It protects us. And eventually, they're going to start coming through here. As soon as we clear it, they'll be able to come in. But right now, it's kind of a safe perimeter for us right now while we get ready to build stuff. So let's just pick up whatever's on the ground here for now. Harvest it, pick it up. And you also get seeds and stuff too, which we're going to need. So, I mean, you do all kinds of stuff. We're going to eventually get wells for water, plant crops, plant these seeds to get our own crops going. And you're going to be doing a lot of crafting. Like I said, if you don't like crafting, you're not going to like this game. Because you do a lot of that. I love crafting, so we're going to get a lot of that stuff done. But this is a really fun, a very satisfying game. And the only thing is you kind of, oops, yeah, it automatically saved you, is you're locked into a lot of stuff. So if you like to get all your recipes and stuff at once, this won't happen. You're going to be restricted the amount of stuff you can craft on each level, which is fine with me. Like I said, there's enough to do and satisfy, keep you going. Let's see. I would like to be able to get a bonfire going, because as you can see, it's getting towards nighttime. And we're gonna wanna get a fire going in the middle of our camp here. Usually I try to start one kind of close to the beach. Let's see, where's the beach? Yeah, over here. So this is kind of where we started. So okay. Yeah, beach over here. Okay. Probably stick over here. Probably throw a fire right over here somewhere. I guess you can't pick that up. Okay. Let's see. Do I have everything I need for that? So these other things, it's the build menu, characteristics. So kind of data, your armor, rating, temperature. So you're gonna want to. It's gonna get hot and cold and everything too. Oh yeah. So this kind of highlighted everything I had on the ground there. But you're gonna want to dress appropriately because it's going to be either hot or cold or that kind of stuff. And if the stuff you create is too hot for you, you'll lose stamina fast. And think health. If you're too warm, you'll sweat and you'll lose stamina. I think you sweat, you lose stamina. If it's too cold, you lose health. I think that's the way it works. I think. But yeah, so the type of armor you wear, you're going to have to be temperature sensitive and all that stuff. It's kind of neat. Looking at characteristics here. So characteristics, next level. So this is what you got to do to get to the next level, level 2. You got to get a gem. First steps, craft a rope, craft a stone knife, make a bonfire, all that stuff. So it tells you all the components you need to do all that stuff. And then when you get a level, you got to come on here and click get level. This right here is different quests you get. So we have a gem quest. So we have to get some ruby chips, which again, we have to attack monsters to get that kind of stuff. And then here, encyclopedia is just what you learn at each level. So these are all the items that you get at the first level, which is quite a bit. So those flowers and stuff like that, you're going to craft health potions and things like that. Like I said, water from a well. You're going to get that stuff from a well. But yeah, it's very fun. All right, so now it's nighttime, and of course I don't have what I need. I don't think I do. Let me see. Cancel. Let's go to the, what was that under? Build, yeah. So build is, so craft is kind of like your basic items there, and then constructions are actually building related stuff. And I don't have a chip again, so I have to I'm going to have to go out and kill something. But it's very progressive. There's a natural, good progressions in the game, which I like. I appreciate. But mechanics are simple, and it's a good progression. Okay, so it looks like it's morning already. So I was able to talk my way through that. So we're going to have to go, I think, over here. I think we can go over this way. We can get to an area where there's monsters. We can do a bow and arrow eventually. So we can shoot stuff like the yeah, so we can't chop that stuff down without an axe. Let's see, can we make an axe right now? Let's just check. So if we go here, it's a little clunky, a little cumbersome getting through the menus, but once you figure it out, it's not bad. So yeah, we can't do the axe and digging stick next. We're going to have to reach level 2. Alright, so let's see if we can get to... So we got to try to find our way to get to the enemy here so we can... I want to make sure we have our knife highlighted. And it'll get lighter out. So we're going to need to get a gem in order to... Alright, let's go over this way. Again, just pick up stuff. You do have a limited inventory you can build. You're going to be building all kinds of little boxes and containers and stuff to put your extra stuff because your inventory will fill up fast. Okay, so let's see here. It's got auto save in the game, so let's see. Can I get around here? I think I can get through this. Can I kick that bush down? Let me just keep kicking it for a little bit. Pick up whatever I got. I just want to get to the enemy because I'm going to need to kill some of the enemy to get that gem so I can make the fire. I can't get through here. Darn. So I may just need to level up first so I can get an axe and everything, because I'm going to be going to need an axe to get through a lot of this stuff, I think. So see my stamina going down there? So that's going to keep going down. So I need to... It'll go up slowly by itself, but if you eat something, it goes up faster. So I'm eating something now, and it goes up a little faster. But that's going to be important in battle, because you're going to want it. If you stand around a stamina, you can't do any actions. So let's just grab whatever we can here. Again, right now, you pretty much just grab everything. And I think there's a way to highlight stuff. In fact, I'm pretty sure. Let us go to settings. You can highlight it so it's everything is highlighted. Fast access slot. I don't remember the key offhand. It might be something you gotta check too. Forward, left, right, use space, inventory. There's a certain something you hit, and it'll highlight all the stuff that's available to take, which makes it a lot easier. Put the mouse apply. Interact E. Yeah, so let's just see. Might be E. No, just hit a few keys here. I know there's like a certain key you can hit to highlight everything. That's I for inventory, of course. Oh, and apple trees. You can, of course, take the apple tree. Get a few apples coming down, I think. You can chop these down and they'll give you apples too. Yeah, there's an apple right there. So we want to put that, an apple, into our inventory. Strawberries too, probably. Put these a little further down. And again, you put all your weapons there. You know, your axes, your picks, all that stuff. Strawberries, okay. Alright, let me see if I can get over here. I might need to go along the beach. I need to get to an enemy if I can. Again, I don't know if I can right now. So let's go over here. Once you find a way through, there's potatoes. Get some taters here. Yeah, so we picked them up. Let's grab it there. And we're going to need a pick to get that rock there. So there's iron ore, all kinds of ores and stuff in the game. I don't think I can get through any of this stuff yet. And you can't... Oh, that's it. If you hit the space bar, it highlights whatever you can pick up. That's it. Yeah, space bar, that's it. So if you randomly just hit space bar, it'll tell you straight if there's anything in the area that's readily... Now, if you have to harvest it first and hit Alt, that won't show up. It's a splinter there, so it's kind of good to hit it every once in a while in case there's stuff on the ground like coins and everything. All right, it shows the strawberry being there, but you can't harvest it. So I guess it does show the stuff that you can... So it's all the stuff that's on the ground and stuff around you. Yep. So there you go. So none of this stuff is harvestable. So we have to get to an enemy is what we have to do. So I think if we keep doing stuff here, I think so we should try to craft some other items. So that way crafting helps you level up, of course. So recipes, let's make some more rope, I guess. So let's just make all the rope we can. And that will help us level up, I believe. We do all that stuff. Oh, there's other stuff we have to do too, that's right. So it's not just a matter of that, it's a matter of doing all the stuff you need to get. So next level we have to get there. So I guess there's got to be a way to get to the monsters, guys. Because it says that's what we need to do to get to the next level. So we have to get a gem. And I think the gems, I'm pretty much sure you can just get the gems. What's that? Muscles. I don't know what that is. So we've got to find a way to get through this. And again, you cannot jump, which is kind of irritating. You think you'll be able to jump, but nope. You can't jump in this game. At least I don't think you can. You can go in the water too. I think you can eventually do some fishing in the water, maybe. So let's see if we can get to find some goblins over here. You can't go really far in the water, I don't think. Go a little bit into the water. Let's see. Get to. I don't know if I can. Yeah, let's just see if we can go over here. Yeah, this is as far as you can go. You can't really go into the water that far. So we got to find a way to get to those monster guys. Get to the goblins, because we got to kill one. Can I do a torch right now? Let me see if I can do a torch. Craft. Because I don't think I can. And it's very limited as far as those go. Let's go to the build menu again. Instructions. Smoker, which is, we're going to be able to create a lot of those. That's where we need to build it. And we're going to create a lot of those embers and stuff like that, the hot items. Let's see, so none of this stuff is available right now. You're going to do fences. You're going to be able to herd animals and raise animals, and they're going to produce stuff. If you feed them stuff, they'll produce milk and cheese and all that stuff. Wool, I think, to craft items. Alright, so let's see here. Well, let's try to make our way over to where our perimeter here and see if we can get the attention of one of those our enemies there. I can't remember where they come through first, but there's ways to make them come through. Like I said, again, it's been a little while since I played the game, but it's a very, very, very fun game. I enjoyed it. Spent many hours on this game, as you'll see probably when I log out, or you saw when I logged in. I probably got over 100 hours in the game, because I'm pretty sure I did complete the game. It's one of the, I don't usually complete games, so that's kind of a achievement in and of itself. Is probably, yeah. Okay, so we can maneuver a little bit at night here. I think we can get a torch too going eventually. So we can see what we're doing at night, which is helpful. We do a lot of exploring. We explore this whole island, and like I said, there's different zones in the area too, and some are hotter and some are cold, which is kind of neat. Let's see. Let me see if I can show you some other stuff in here. So that's encyclopedia, how to get to. So there's 12 levels in the game. These are all the items in the game right here. So you can make apple pies, which is kind of a multi-step thing. These are all the amulets you can craft, and there's like a tier. There's tiers of crafting, so you're gonna have to create stuff to create other stuff. You can do brew coffee in this, which I love, of course. You can grow coffee, copper ore, all kinds of diamonds, chests and stuff. So you're gonna need to craft these chests, and you can leave the chests in different parts of the jungle or different parts of the terrain. So when you go there, you don't have to carry all your items on you. So there'll be a chest there filled with items, stuff that you need. So you have to carry it all on you. There's different levels of those. Because there's alchemy and stuff like that. Fur pants, when the colder areas, you're going to need to wear those, or else you'll get cold really fast and you'll die. Hives. Different types of different levels, like you have bronze, iron, different types of levels of and they allow you to do it faster, or to some items, some things you need in order to craft different items. I mean, you need to harvest certain items. You need a certain tool, just so you know, just like your RPGs or other type of exploration crafting games. Let's see here. All right, so let me see if I can get to. I got to see if I can get to. And I'm pretty sure. I want to say over here, over to the east part is kind of where I remember them breaking through first, or having the first combat. It's either to the east or to the west. I'm pretty sure. But again, this looks like it's fairly well might have been to the east. There's more apple trees over here, and again, I can't jump, and I'm kind of stuck. It's kind of easy to get stuck. The AI isn't always the best. So if it looks like you can get through somewhere, you might not be able to. It's a little, I want to say stiff is probably the best word I can say. Let's see here. It's not over here. So how do I get through over here? I'd like to show you some combat. I really would. Maybe we can get through over here. Nope. And again, this is all protection kind of in a way too. Let's see if I can get through on the beach. There's got to be a way to get through here. I might be able to get through these things. If I kick them. I don't know if by kicking them will I get rid of them. Just see, it might be. I might just have to kick it for a little while. Yeah, no effect using an axe. So these will not leave until I get an axe. I might be able to do enough to get through though. They'll tell you when there's no warning. So I just keep hitting the control button and harvest it as soon as they see. It's gotta be a way, because I can see the enemies over there, just can't get to them. But I'm pretty sure they eventually come through. And over here, maybe? Maybe these I can get through. I might be able to cut these with my knife, possibly. No, kick it. Yeah, I don't think I can get through these with just my knife. But there's got to be a way to get it, because you need a gem, like I said, to get through to craft a fire. There's an enemy right there. I can only get to him. So let me see if I can go around here. Oh, see my stamina way down? I'm moving real slow now. So now I need to eat something to get my stamina back up. As you can see, the little fork and knife thing there means I'm getting my stamina up. So let's eat some bananas to give me some good stamina. So there's certain things that get better, get you better stamina than others. Helps it go up faster. Like there's some meat in here, yeah. Some meat stuck in here. Let me just try to craft some other stuff here. I might need to craft something. Let's see, stone knife. I don't need another knife. Rope, you're gonna always need these supplies, so select. So let's just craft as much as we can. So now we have enough to craft 4. Oh, I didn't take it last time, so I needed to take that rope before I could. Well, it was the same item, so it's the same item. It'll keep accumulating, but if it's not, then it'll block it. So you have to take it up before you do anything. Okay, so take all that stuff. Alright, so let's see. How do we get to our enemies there? I can't remember how to do that. Let's see. Let's go over here. Maybe I can. Yeah, looks like this way is a little clear. Maybe we can find a gap over here somewhere. Doesn't look like it over here. I'm pretty sure there's a way to get around this to get to your enemy. So let's just keep on moving over here, and eventually maybe we'll run into an enemy. Is there a hole over here? There might be a little hole over here, possibly. No. Okay. Breaking through the stuff, I'm getting items. I think, yeah, use an axe. The axe isn't until level 2, and I need to get a... Well, I don't need to get a fire. Do I need to get... I don't know. Maybe I don't need to get a fire to get to level 2. Let me look at the leveling thing again. What do I need to get to level 2? Yeah, I need a gem, though, somehow. First steps not complete. Craft a rope. I did craft a rope. What's this? To find and pick up items. Will be chipped. Pick an object and closer to it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Quests. So gem. Here we go. And this is what we had before. I'll come closer. So there might be some gems on the ground here. I'm just not seeing them right now. So maybe initially, in order to progress to the next level. But I didn't remember this being this hard to do a bonfire. I thought I could do it pretty much right away. But it says I need a gem now. So that might be something that's changed in the game. They added that to it to make it a little harder, possibly. Okay, close it. So yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. But once you played this game through once, it's really, I don't want to say it doesn't have a lot of replayability, but it's going to be the same game pretty much again. But I haven't played it in so long that it would all kind of be new in a way to me anyway. So, but like I said, right now I'm playing Force of Nature 2, which is more, it's graphically a little different. It's like your view is a little different. The graphics are, I want to say better. I guess they're better. Gameplay is pretty much kind of the same. I kind of almost prefer the gameplay in this one because I played so many hours in this game. So, alright, so let's eat some more food because we have our stamina's going down. And I really wish I could figure out how to get a fire going. But again, I need turn to the build. Let me just look at this again. So there's chests and stuff there you can build. Some bonfire. It says I can do it. Any gem chip. Glowing ember. But right, to get the glowing ember, though, I need a bonfire. So it's a little bit of a oxymoron. So let me click on this stuff. Tips on ingredients. Cutting down some kind of trees or brushes with an axe. Okay, sticks can be crafted from the following buildings. Yeah, bonfire. So I need a glowing ember to make it, but it's kind of like which came first, the chicken or the egg kind of thing. It's obtained by killing some kinds of monsters and animals. Okay. So I'm going to eventually need to kill. Oops. Again, I can't see where I'm at. I'm a little bit disoriented here. So I'm just going to keep on moving until I get to... Oh, there's a splinter there, so let's pick it up. Thankfully, the day-night cycle is pretty fast. And let's get back to the beach, at least we can kind of see the outline here. So again, I think probably part of this too is that they just give you a little while. The monsters will come through eventually. Because right now I can't seem to get through to them. But they're kind of giving you some get oriented into the game and that kind of stuff. Let's see, what do we got now? Get some other mushroom caps and all that stuff. Sunflower seeds. Which again, we can plant when you get to different levels. Some of the stuff is you don't want to eat it because it's negative. Almost like poison. Wheat you can eat a lot of to feed your animals too. And that's what you feed the animals and they produce stuff if you feed them the right stuff, obviously. Okay, let's kick this again. But yeah, you're just going to constantly be gathering and getting items. So there is grinding. This game's all about grinding, I guess you can say. And if you like grinding, then fine, which I do to a certain extent. If you don't like grinding, then again, it's probably not for you. But it is a fun game. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I played over 100 hours in this game, as you'll see. Or saw when I logged in. But I really wish I could. It doesn't look like there's any way to get through here. I think there is fishing in the game too, I believe. I want to say there is. Yeah, because you can do a pole, I think. Let me just check and see. I think you can do a... as find all the items here. Characteristics, what's that? Next level. Right here, encyclopedia. So all items. This shit. There are fishing poles in here. Just go F. Fishing poles. Bricks. Arrows. All the kinds of levels of arrows too. Cheese. So you can do like burning arrows too, which is kind of neat. Poison arrows. Chocolate. Coffee, like I said. Fishing. Eggs. Fishing. Fish. Fishing rod. Yep. You can do fishing. Which is fairly easy to do. You need craft tables, of course, like to craft stuff. Crafting benches. Different levels of benches and stuff too. Which is cool. Let's see. Probably just pick it up. I love going around and just picking this stuff up and, like I said, gathering items. Oh, it's raining in the game, so that's raining right now. Okay. My time at Porsche kind of has this mechanic too, where you kick trees and stuff falls from them. Yeah, it's crappy weather here, so there's some mushrooms you can pick up. Maybe not. Strawberry seeds. Pick them up. Everything has a use in this game, which is cool. Again, I can't do these because I need a pick. It's the rabbit. I could chase the rabbit around now, but it's not going to do me any good because I'll never catch him. It's too fast for me now. Oh, perhaps I can. But whenever I strike at him, sorry. And you guys don't like killing animals, but you have to in a way. I won't hurt him. But, because there's other stuff to eat, so I won't even bother. But there's a lot of rabbits around here, as you can see. Eventually, you gotta kind of thin the herd, I guess you could say. Alright, well, I don't know if there's anything else I can do right now, but like I said, eventually, it's a game of progression, like I said. Different things unlock at different levels. Different types of trees and stuff in the game, so you need certain trees. You can do create like a barn, with a grinding stone, which you can put wheat in there to grind the wheat. So a barn for animals. You can do a pen for animals, and the animals will get out too. The goblins will come and constantly attack. Goblins are your main enemy in the game. Well, I think might be your only enemy in the game. But different types of goblins and stuff too. I think there's other enemies in the game too, but they'll come and they'll attack your fences, and they'll rip your fences down, and alarm goes off, and then your animals will get loose, and you have to go out and once you find an animal and he's part of your herd kind of thing. Even if he's out in the jungle, you have to go and find him and round him up again and lead him back to the to your camp, and then you have to like put them inside of like pens and stuff so they don't get out, because if you don't have a pen for them, they'll just wander. So you got to keep them fenced in. But the goblins will constantly keep coming and attacking your fences and your buildings, and you can do traps and stuff, for the goblins, and like little things that'll alert you, like build little fences and things on the perimeter of your land to alert you when the goblins are getting close, and they keep coming and attacking. So they're a constant threat. But like I said, it takes a little while. It might be even a level or two, or it's just a matter of time in the game. But the goblins will come and attack you, and so that'll be a constant threat. So right now, I should probably be enjoying that they're not attacking me and trying to get stuff done. But again, finding that gem is kind of like limiting me right now from building the bonfire. Like I said, I don't remember that being in the game before, but it could have been. I just don't remember it. like I said, it's been a while since I played the game and everything. But yeah, so wish I could build some items, but it's kind of slow progression in the game. But if you stick with it, it really is a satisfying, to me anyway, a really satisfying game. Where there's a lot of stuff to get and unlock and everything too. The second game is a little bit more open, I guess you could say. But it's still the same type of thing. You gather, right? There's different tiers and you unlock different things. Probably more items and stuff like that in the second game, more items and stuff. It's just a bigger, I hesitate to say better version because this is still very satisfying, but I guess you could say a better version of the game. And maybe we'll feature that on one of our new game Saturdays. I've only played that maybe about 10 or 15 hours or so, I guess you could say, maybe if that. Like I said, this game I've got pretty much, I would say, well over 100 hours in the game. And again, that's saying something in the game too, because there's very few games. I think I may have that in Kenshi, 7 Days to Die, the trucking game there, American Euro Trucker and Euro Trucker, the American version, I think, especially. And a few other games. Maybe Out of the Park Baseball, a few other games that I have over 100 hours, and this is, like I said, one of them. And I think Ballroom I might have an RPG. I'd like to definitely feature that. I might do that maybe next week, but anyway. So I think that's probably going to be it. We'll wait until we get to the morning here, so I don't leave you in the fog here. But yeah, definitely a fun little game here. And again, it gets very deep too, very complex, the crafting system. So don't think it's just a simple crafting, because you will be you'll be running around, I call it with a chicken with its head cut off, crafting stuff and getting stuff done. So there's lots of stuff to do in the game. It's fairly cheap too. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's that. I think it might be less than $10. I think it is less than $10 to be honest with you. But let's just. Is there anything I can show you more in here? That's your map, and you got to close each window after you open it. So it's a little, like I said, a little clunky. Quests. Right now we just have the gem quest. Find and pick up an item. Find and pick up items. To pick up an object. To it and press the space bar, yeah, and make it appear, yeah, the label. Ruby chip in the water. Oh, look for a ruby chip in the water near the place of your appearance. Oh, okay. So let's do that. That's it. So I just got to find out where I am now. So let's go look in the water. Aha, now that's coming back to me. So let's go back to the water here. That's where they are. That's why you have to go to the water. I knew there was something about the water I was overlooking. There it is, right there. Okay, so let's get the ruby chip. So, pick it up. Quest completed gem. Ah, there we go. First step. Ah, see, we crafted stuff. There you go. So we reached level 2 after we get the chip there. So make a bonfire. That's a new thing. So we could have done that anyway. So let's make our bonfire. Oh, excellent. This is good. So as you can see, as soon as you hit I thought you had to go into a menu, and I think to level up you still have to go into a menu. But let's go back over here. Yeah, let's build our, probably about right here is probably a good, have our camp center be right about here. Okay, and we will do a bonfire. So let's build a bonfire. Excellent. Select. Now we're going to place it on this grid. I think I showed you the grid before. Let's just put it right here. So there's a time period which takes to build, and it should show you the instruction right here. Here we go. Oh, there it is, bonfire. So we get a bonfire there. Hey, at least we did that. So now if you click on it, click on it here in the build menu, you get different recipes. So now guess we can't do the glowing embers yet. So let's go see if we can level up here. So I think we hit everything to the next level. Yep. So we get a gem, complete first step. So this will all show up in green now. And then you get leveled. And now we're level 2. and we get new quests. So new quests to do, and that shows you the stuff we need to do for the next level. So now if we click on bonfire, if we put a glowing ember here, if we put a bunch of sticks in here, so let's select it. Now we don't have that many sticks, so 51. So here, and it's going to create 51 embers. It's going to take a little while, but I'll just show you. I'll finish one. Oh, I think that's just one. So it's a very slow process, and again, you see the percentage there too. So if you click on stuff, basically hit the space bar, it'll show you the progress level it's at. So let's just see, did we unlock some new recipes? I think we did. So now we can do a digging stick, a stone knife. Oh, we did that. I'm sorry, digging stick, stone axe. So let's just do the axe. Let's get some sticks, and let's just chop down a tree. At least show you that. There we go. I'm glad we made some progression. I would have felt bad if I didn't meet some progression levels there. Yeah. Let's hit some of these bushes here. Excuse me. So let's, there might be some sticks on the ground here somewhere. We're going to get some sticks. Alright, just hit the space bar. There's got to be some sticks on the ground here somewhere. Usually if you kick the bushes, there we go, sticks will show up. There we go. Is that enough? So let's craft a axe. Any knife. We do have a knife here. So we have to put the knife that we have here. So I'm gonna grab this, put it. Maybe not enough. Any knife. That is a knife that we have, that right? Oop! Did I put my knife on the ground? I did. Okay. Oh, for the recipe, that's what we gotta do. Okay, recipe. Let's close this one. Cancel, close, craft, recipe, stone axe, select. We gotta put our knife in here. Okay, there we go. Let's craft our axe. Right there, it's crafting. And we just chop down a tree. To show you what it's like. Pretty basic. I mean, if you've seen any game, played any game, exploration game, you gotta cut down trees, so it's nothing that like rocket sciencey. Okay, so grab that, put this in weapon slot 1, highlight weapon slot 1. So now we have an axe, so you can see right there. Let's chop down a tree. Alright, so we created that glowing ember there. That was where we had the fire there. Okay, so now we get logs. So you need logs to build stuff. So now go over here and grab our... Created 9 glowing... I think it creates 3 at a time. So we take the glowing embers there, close it. And now what? Is there anything else we can build here? Actually, so now let's just try... Oh, we don't have our knife anymore, do we? So we're going to need to get another knife. Just because we're going to go attack the goblins there. So we'll put this in slot 2. And let's just try to get through a tree and attack a goblin just to show you what that's like. Take all, boom, here. Alright, because it wouldn't be fair to not show you some combat in the game, since combat is a pretty big part of the game. Alright, let's go over here. So let's try to chop down some trees. I can get to some goblins. See if I can find some goblins first. Let's see here. Yeah, just if we chop down these, they'll. I think you use these to chop. Yes, there you go. Let's clear a pathway here to get to the goblins. Believe me, they will find us. soon enough. If we don't find them. I think there's one over there. Yeah, there's one over there on the other side of the hill over here. Okay, so now we get through. So now we'll highlight our knife. Yep, I see a couple. There's foxes and stuff over there. You can see a fox over there too. So let's chop through. As soon as we break through, oh, there's a guy right here. So now we highlight our knife, and you can see the bar there. It should survive. And they'll drop coins and stuff like that too. Okay, so let's highlight copper coins. So we grab those because we need those to do different things. Let's do another attack here. Okay. Let's go back to our weapon. So we'll get him on our radar here. We're going to want to eat something because our health is starting to go down. So we don't want to die. And we can eat while we're fighting too. Okay, there you go. Ooh. Okay, and they'll fall. Yep. So copper coins. So we get a ton of copper coins here. We'll pick it all up. And you can turn in coins to do stuff too. So let's eat something. Get our stamina back. Strawberries get the health back. Yep, our health is coming back. And then, oh, now we got a fox attacking us, so we gotta careful here. We might die. In fact, we're gonna die. We just died. So this is death. This is a big part of the game. You will die in this game. Some items, so you lose items when you get attacked, so that's not good. If they're in your health bar, if they're on your bar here, task bar, they will not go, but you'll lose some items. So sometimes you lose some valuable items. Thankfully, we don't really have anything that great and exciting. So, all right. So where is our fire? Let's get back to our fire over here. And there's our bonfire. So it's got a certain radius, and we can make torches and stuff to see at night too. So, and nighttime isn't as bad once you build all these torches and stuff. So it's keeping to create some bond. It's creating some more glowing embers there. That'll be doing that for a while. And let's see recipes. What else are we learning here? Digging stick. You're gonna need to get clay and stuff. Stone pick. So stone pick. Let's create one of those. Let's create one of them. And they do wear out after a while too. So I think you have to keep creating items, picks and stuff. They will break. So you have to there's wear in the game, which is kind of neat. So let's just mine a little bit of ore, which again isn't that exciting, but just something else you can do in the game. Okay, so there's our pick. If you don't take it from here, it's going to stay in there, so you got to remember to take it. So we'll put these right here. Fast access. And there's buffs and stuff you can make it again. Buff food, so it'll give you extra defense or extra attack power. Kind of wanted to stay around here until it hits the light, because now the goblins can get through to us. So since we created a path there, so there's a chance that they could come in here too. So, well, can we craft any buildings? Let's just see here. No buildings yet. So it's just unlocking like the basic. Let's make a digging stick too while we're at it. Might as well, since we have time to waste. And we don't have to wait till it's finished, but what we do to use it, but we can come back and well, not come back. This this crafting thing is not at a station, so it's always with us. So let's put the digging stick in our taskbar. Put the food down there. So health and stamina are restored. So let's go to that. Pick was 3, right? Yeah. Let's find that, if we can. Yeah, the pile of rocks. Just right here. And just show you how to do a little mining, which is pretty basic again. And again, we can get higher quality tools and stuff, so it's dropping it there, so we keep hitting control. It just keeps picking it up as we do it. And again, you can get higher quality tools and stuff, which will chop faster. You can get a lot out of these little things here. All right, so that's just a little bit example how to do that. Nothing exciting, and just pick up all the items. We're not close enough to pick it up. So building. Let's see. What kind of constructions did we build? We build a smoker, which is on the next level, which allows you to use for crafting other items. So it's kind of like an item to craft another item. Cancel. And then just show you constructions. There's anvils and stuff like that. Hut of branches. You can make a hut, like a little house. It's a hut of branches. Kind of shows you what it's like. But yeah, different levels of stuff. Construction, so you can do wells, cooking tables, which will need seed beds, which is going to be used for your seeds, of course. Cooking table right there, which you cook on, of course. Straw bed. You do need to sleep. I think it saves the game, and you get your health back. Dugout, which is a little better little hut. Altar, which is used for crafting items. And lots of little tips in here. Hovel, which is kind of another level of a bed, which is better quality. Chests, magic chests. Plant pots, which you can grow plants in too, which is kind of neat. Lamps, there you go. There's some lighting sources right here. There's some lower level ones too. I think a torch, I can see it, but portal. So there's different portals, which allows you to move around the jungle faster, which is cool. Which you can put it, and you can put wherever that you want. You can't put them too close together, but blast furnace, which is that's for iron and bronze and creating all your ingots and everything. Small chest, which is for storage. Craft table, I think I showed you that earlier. There's some other interesting. Big seed bed, that's a round seed bed for growing stuff. The mill, that's the mill where you can do the wheat. Different levels of chests. Brick house, which makes it's harder to, kind of like the Three Little Pigs, it's harder to put in the goblins to get in. Shelf, which you can, it has like certain cells of items. This one you can store 30 items in it, and it's gonna. They all have a strength. A barrel. I use these a lot to store like a lot of your cooking goods in there. Capricious barrel. Again, they can store a certain amount of items in them. Lamps. I think I showed you that already. There you go. There's some constructions in the game, and we'll show you the other thing too. The craft, build decorations. So Christmas tree, torch. That's what I showed you before. Use the glowing ember and sticks to create torches around your things so you can see stuff at night. Gates there. Fence corners. You can do the corners too. 4x1 gates, so different size gates. Palisades, kind of like a wall of defense. Scarecrow, because because your crops, birds will come and attack your crops. Better quality fences. Sawdust, use that for different things. Gates. Soil. Yes, you can create soil. Clay. Street lamps, so that's a better high quality thing. Borders. There you go. So just all kinds of different tiered gates and everything. There's lots of crafting you can do in this game. So, and like I said, I love crafting. So, yeah, it's a fun, definitely a fun, satisfying, very satisfying game. But that's it. That's Force of Nature. Check it out on Steam. And yeah, that's about all I can show you right now. So let's go back to our base camp there and call it a stream. So let's see, where am I? So yeah. So eventually I'm going to create all these buildings. I'm going to have a little town area, and I'll be running back and forth, harvesting stuff, putting ingredients in stuff, just repairing stuff, fighting off goblins, exploring, just all kinds of stuff to do in the game. So that is it. So take care and God bless, and Thank you for joining me on New Game Saturdays. Tonight will be at 7 o'clock. Saturday night, we'll be Heroes of a Broken Land. What's this? And then at 9:30, Realms of Arcania. So we're trying to figure out that game, Realms of Arcania. Again, it's an old school game, but if you like old school games, RPGs, you'll like that. So come check it out. So take care, God bless. We'll see you in the next stream. Let's save and exit. Let's just check out my hours here. Again, you can play all these different languages too. So it changes the languages. Exit. And maybe not quite 100 hours. 86 hours now. So I had about 84, 85 coming into it. So still a lot of hours though. So you can complete the game in about 70, 75 hours, somewhere around there probably. Because a lot of it was, I think I did restart it once or twice when I did play it before. But yeah, you can see it right here. All the different crops growing and everything. And you're going to be harvesting the crops constantly. So it's a lot of work. But it's very satisfying to me. And I've gotten 12 out of the 18 achievements. All right. So we'll see you in the next stream. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye now.